On day 2, what they're going to ask you to do for this one is you're going to first determine whether it is a factor or not. Okay, so here's what they want you to do. They're going to say determine whether x minus 3 is a factor of f of x equals x squared plus 6x minus 12. Okay. And when we're determining whether it's a factor or not, we're going to use synthetic division to do this. Okay, so that stuff a couple days ago or last week where you guys thought that was pretty easy, this is something that we're going to use in order to figure out whether or not it's a factor. So here's what we're going to do. If I set that x minus 3 equal to 0 and solve for x, what number would I get? X minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides. I get 3. Good. 3 is going to go in my backwards L. What numbers should I write going across? What numbers are my coefficients and constant? 1, 6, and negative 12. Remember, do not forget that if you're missing a piece, a 0 needs to go in that place. Okay, now, how do you synthetic divide again? Good. Now, just by you doing that, you guys did a great job getting that number. That is not a factor. Does anybody have any idea what number I should get for the remainder if it is a factor? 0. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for the remainder to equal 0. So when it says determine whether this is a factor or not, you synthetic divide it. If the remainder is 0, yay! If it's not 0, boo! Okay, that's how it works. So, again, just to give you another option, it's going to say determine whether x plus 5 is a factor of f of x equals 3x to the 4th plus 15x to the 3rd minus x squared plus 25. So, to test it again, what number goes in my backwards L? Negative 5. Now I want the numbers that go in order. 3, 15, 0, and 25. Remember, if it's missing a piece, you need to put a 0 in that place. So, what's the process again? Bring the 3 down. It's negative 15. And when I add it, then what? What's negative 1 plus 0? And it equals 0. So is x plus 5 a factor of that function? Yes. Because you got it to be 0. So on this question, or ones like it, all you're going to do is you're going to synthetic divide and see if it works. If it doesn't work, it's not a factor. If it is, or if it does equal 0, it is a factor. That's all they're asking you to do for the first set of directions. Are you guys comfortable with that? Okay. So again, the directions will be something like this. Determine whether the binomial is a factor of the polynomial. So that's all you would have to do for that particular thing. Okay? Then, after that, you're going to use that in order to come up with the next, or how to factor it. So the next type of question is going to say, show that x plus 3 is a factor of f of x equals x to the 4th plus 3x to the 3rd minus x minus 3 And then once you show that, I want you to factor completely. So here's what we got to do first. Synthetic divide it. What number goes in the backwards L? Good. What number goes across the top?
1, 3, 0, -1,
Right? Are the ladies right? I agree with them too. So if I drop the 1 down, -3 times 1 is -3. Add it, I get 0. Multiply it, I get 0. 0, 0, -1, +3, 0. Yay, team. Okay? So I know I went through that quickly when I had multiplied it out, but that's hopefully the goal for you guys is you'll get to be that good. Now, here's what happened. You started with x to the 4th, yeah? And you have 1 that works, so I take 1 away from the highest exponent. What exponent do I start with now? X to the 3rd. So this is really x to the 3rd plus 0x, or 0x squared. Do I need to write that? Plus 0x, do I need to write that? Minus 1. The minus 1 came from here. So I did not need to write the 0x squared. I did not need to write the 0x because they're not zeros in front of it. It's not going to do anything. I want you to factor whatever the leftover is. So how do I factor x cubed minus 1? The giveaway on there is it says cubed. The cube formula. Is this the sum or difference of perfect cubes? Difference. What's in the A position, Savannah? X. Good. What's in the B position? 1. Awesome. So this part would be x minus 1. X squared plus x plus 1. And don't forget, you also had x plus 3 to begin with, didn't you? That's the one that they gave you. So what I'm doing with this, just so that you guys understand what happened. I took this original function way up here. They're giving you one of the factors. They're giving you a factor. That's what they're doing. So they want you to synthetic divide it so that you get down to something easier to factor. And then this part, x cubed minus 1, that's the same as what you had to do for me today. It's the same as Friday. And then you write down all the pieces. That's what it means by factor completely. So let's do another one. So f of x is equal to x to the 3rd minus 5x squared minus 9x plus 45, x minus 5. Okay, this is how the problem is going to look. X minus 5, they're already giving you one of them. You've got to find the other ones. So in order to do this, the first thing that I would do is synthetic divide it. What number goes in the backwards L? 5. What numbers come out on the other part? Drop the 1. 5 times 1. Add it, I get 0. 5 times 0. 5 times negative 45. Or, yeah, I said the answer. And what number should I get? 0. If they give you one that works, that one should be 0 every time. Unless you screwed up somewhere in the math part, it should be 0. Okay? Now, it started with x to the 3rd. Drop it by 1. So what is this line's exponent? This is 1x squared plus 0x. Do I need to put 0x in there? No. Minus 9. It's a quadratic for this part, so how do I factor a quadratic? 2 groups. What times what gives me x squared? What times what gives me negative 9 but adds up to be nothing? Negative 3 and positive 3? Now, I'm missing a group. What group am I missing? the x minus 5, the one that they gave us to begin with. That's one of the answers, or part of the answer. So again, what you do is you take the part that they give you, run it through synthetic dividing, and whatever's left over, you factor that just like we did yesterday, or for today. Okay? Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Then the last couple of questions are going to say factor, use any method of your choice to factor it completely. So it doesn't matter how you factor it, just factor it. Notice one thing, there's no solving here, right? The first part tells me it's a yes or no question. Determine whether or not it works or not. Yes or no. The second group is just like this one, where you have to find all the pieces. The third little section, same thing. Just factor it however you want. Did you have to factor that one this way? No. But we did. We could have grouped it like we did last week. Okay? Any questions about factoring? No? All right, so on page 184 to 185, 40 to 50 evens, 60 to 66 evens.